I appreciate all you people. Now, if you would have told my younger self that I'd be living in a world where comic book movies come to life and live action movies, and they're really, really good, that there were 2 more Star Wars trilogies beyond the original trilogy, that I have a phone in my hand that in some ways are more complex than a Star Trek tricorder, and devices in my house that talk to me and give me information like the computer on the Starship Enterprise, I would have told you were crazy. If you would have told me that there are video games out there more than 16 bits and that the video games act like movies sometimes, again, I would have said you were nuts. If you would have told me that I live in a world where I can talk to anybody in the world about the things I like, not just my 3 friends that live in my neighborhood, where I can order anything online and have it sent to my doorstep in a couple days, I would have said you were nuts. Alright, what if I told you there were more than one Spider-Man? Right? Crazy, right? What if I told you that G.I. Joe and Transformers are still a thing? That it's okay for adults to play with toys? You would have thought I was crazy. Well, that's the world we live in now, and it's an amazing world. So you gotta appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, look, wrestling is on 3 times a week, and you don't have to pay for pay-per-views. When I was a kid, I would have loved that. So, I'd be glad that you live in the time you live in now. Now, all that being said, we're probably all going to die from World War III any day now. Or the next contagion, or, artificial intelligence is going to come get us. Killer robots are probably going to happen sooner or later. But, again, on the other hand, there are no zombies. There's no vampires, there's no giant monsters. So, you got to take it for what it is. Another thing, my man John Mulaney, the comedian, he said this. Being a kid, I would have totally thought that quicksand would have been a bigger deal. But, what is what it is.